Good afternoon, students. Welcome to history class. We are reading Coming of Europeans, Foundation of the Mughal Empire, Its Rise and Fall. This is chapter 5 of your book. In today's lesson, we will read section 5.7 Activities of European Trading Companies. In last 4 classes, we have read about Europeans like Portuguese, Dutch, English, and French who came to India for trading purposes. At the initial stage, the primary motive of the European traders was to earn profit by trade in India. They used to purchase goods at low price and sold them in the European countries or markets at a very high price, and it is in this way they made profits. Naturally, each of the trading companies wanted to enjoy monopoly of trade in India, dismissing their rivals. Like we have seen in case of Portuguese, they were the first to come in India and they established monopoly in trade in India for a very long period of time. When they were very powerful, they forcibly did not allow any other European trader to step into India for business. It was due to the Portuguese opposition the English were unable to set up their settlement at Surat before 1613. But by the beginning of 18th century, the Portuguese lost their predominance. By the beginning of the 18th century, the English and French made excellent progress in trade in India. They pushed Portuguese and Dutch out of the India. Now that only two players, that is English and French, were in the field, rivalry between the two was inevitable. The conflict between the English and the French started in South India and continued for long 20 years. The Anglo-French wars that started were known as Carnatic Wars. There were three Carnatic Wars. First Carnatic War, it took place from 1746 to 1748 AD. The War of the Austrian Succession broke out in Europe in 1740. In this war, Britain and France joined opposite camps. As a result, the English and the French companies also became engulfed in the war. Thus, the first Carnatic War was started between British and French in India. After the first Carnatic War took place, the Governor General of French in India understood the weakness of Indian princes and British East India Company. Henceforth, he began to look for opportunities to extend French influence by calculated interference in the internal quarrels of the Indian states, French India. And this is how the Second Carnatic War started in 1749 and it continued till 1754. The 7 Years' War broke out in Europe in 1756 AD. In this war, England and France joined opposite camps again, just like the first Carnatic War. Its repercussions was immediately felt in India. The two companies renewed their hostility. Thus began the Third Carnatic War, the Anglo-French War in India. This time, war passed beyond the limits of the Carnatic and reached Bengal as well, where the English captured the French possession of Chandanagar in 1757. The results of the three Carnatic Wars was that the English came out victorious, defeating the French. The French desire of building up an empire in India was thus lost forever. Henceforward, the English East India Company embarked on an era of wars and territorial expansion in India. In our next classes, we will see how British expanded their territories or their rule in India. If you have any queries, you can mail me at the given email ID. Thank you.